episode of Naughty Pirate here, and today going to be working on doing a little boat maintenance before I move this thing to Lake Erie, which hopefully is going to happen here Monday, which is, so we got about 5 days from now. That's the plan for the move. They still have spots available, so Saturday I'll plan on going to the marina, signing the paperwork, the contract, whatnot, and then Monday making the move, pulling this thing out here. But there's a few things I still need to do to the boat before I want to go hit the bigger water. One thing that I have an issue with is this boat has a swing keel on it. There's only, actually I don't know how many it was made, maybe a few hundred made, if I remember right, something like that. It wasn't many made. 10% of the boats that were built had swing keels. This one has been stuck up for, we're going to say, the last at least 6 years. The guy that owned it before me had it for 5 years and never had the keel go down, or the swing keel go down. Really haven't had an issue here in Lake. The waves aren't that big, you know. I think the worst I ever got was maybe 2 foot, maybe 2 foot during some storm sailing. But Lake Erie, I want to have that depth, that 4 foot depth with that swing keel. So it is stuck up right now. I've got to find out what's going on. I'm sure, I know it's a problem with these things. They get corroded over time or just gummed up over time and they won't go down on their own. At the very least, I want to at least get it down where I get to Lake Erie and knock it down and get it down. And then I'll leave it that way because I don't have to worry about water depth there. Like I do right now. Right now I'm sitting in 4.5 feet of water. So I get it down, it's going to sit about a foot above the bottom. So we'll be good there, but I've got some things with me. I've got myself a trusty crowbar that I'm going to try to knock it down or pry it down with. I have outside I have a piece of flat stock to use to kind of scrape in the groove that keel swings up in. I'm sure there's going to be maybe some rust or some buildup in there. It's been up for, like I say, at least 6 years since I've had it. So that's the main goal for today. Another thing I want to do is I want to work on getting these old gauges out of here. I have the one mounted, my Lowrance unit mounted here, but I want to get these removed. My brother says he's got a nice couple pieces of oak. I'm going to stain those or teak those, slap them on the outside with some 4200, do the same inside, and then it'll kind of finish it up a little bit. Other than that, those are the two main things I want to get done before I make the move. Oh, well, another thing, I can't do it right now, but when I drop the mast, I need to rewire the mast. I have my mast headlight that's not working. There's going power, I get power to it, there's nothing going on up there, and I need to put an anchor light on. If I'm going to go Lake Erie, I need an anchor light. I have all those things. I bought them over the winter and just didn't get it done before it was time to throw the boat in the water. So when the mast comes down on Monday, it's gonna be a mad rush to snake in some new wiring, which actually shouldn't take that long. Once it's in, verified that it's working with the LED. I have LED lights, which is nice. Then I'll worry about wiring it here, but at least I'll have them there and they'll have them working and I'll be good to go. And then all our sailing is going to be on Lake Erie. So going to different places, Put-in Bay, Kelly's Island. I have passports, so Peely Island. Going to Canada. Granted, the person that I'm with or anybody that goes with me has a passport as well. Or in here in Michigan, you can have an enhanced driver's license that works as a passport. So you can have that to go to run back and forth to Canada. But start sailing around a little bit. That's what we want to do. So get that experience, get out there. But like I say, I really want that keel down there. I want that 4 foot for that stability down there. Kind of, you know, whenever heeling over or, you know, closed hauled, we really got that. We're really digging in and just chugging right along. So, but other than that, we're going to get started. So, well, I guess I didn't tell you how I'm going to do it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to dive. I'm going to dive underneath the boat. I'm sitting right here at my slip here in Devil's Lake. It's 4.5 feet of water. I'm going to get my dive gear on, and then I'm going to just jump underneath there. I'm sure I'm going to kick up a bunch of soot real quick. So I'm going to get some video of me down there working a little bit. I don't know how long it's going to last before it starts to soot up, but once it gets, you know, no visibility down there for you guys, and I'll probably stop recording, but at least get you an initial activity of me going down there. So, all right, hang tight.
All right, everybody, crowbar. Here's the flat stock I was talking about 3 feet long or something like that. Yeah, 3 feet long. Just a piece of flat stock. Get up in that groove, just kind of scrape anything that might be in there. That keel is all iron. I'm sure the swing portion of it's got to be the lead. I've got all my gear. I'm gonna put my kit together. So bear with me. We'll get it put together, and then we'll get this all said and done. What I'm gonna do is head off to the dock and straight into the water from the dock. Let's do that real quick. I'm gonna swim over. I'm ready, let's do this. Just clear in here, plenty. Find our regulator. So I'm only at 4.5 feet of water. So maybe 5. 4.5. So we got the Wind Pirate. Don't know if you can hear me because of the mic, but this little camera happens to be waterproof for 10 feet. So we'll be plenty fine. Let's dive on there, see what we got, come back up and go from there. easy. As I said, I'm back up the boat. My kit's floating over there, tied off to the boat. But running that piece of flash stock in there, I got a separation between the two metals or whatever it is. I don't know what it's gonna do. It is moving. I'll show you what I'm doing. My crank is older than I am. I can get it up, but it won't go down on its own. So I got a carpenter ant little problem in here too from sitting. So I put traps out for them, and they're dying, that's for sure, slowly. But you know, that keel should be coming down on its own. It's not coming down on its own. So we'll go back underneath there, play around a little bit, see what I can get done. Don't get anything. I mean, if it came down easy enough, it came down easy enough, so I go to Lake Erie, then all I'm gonna do is just, once we put it in the water, dive down real quick and take the crowbar and knock it down, leave, get it down, leave it down. If I have to move it up, I move it up. All I know it's not much just to get it to come back down again. So, and I just throw my snorkel on. I wouldn't even need to get my whole dive gear, but of course I want to work underwater as long as possible. So we'll continue there. It's awful sooty. I can't really see. I mean, I gotta be right on top of it to see what I'm doing. So the camera's kind of pointless, but we might get a little more footage down there. So. Alright, hang tight, yeah. No fins either, just barefoot, and there's no need swimming around. Those things, here's my fins down there, they kick up so much more. But, alright, let's get this done before this weather moves in. We do have some storms in the forecast today, so, alright. Well, this is the story of my life. I forgot to hit record after I got my gear back on and went underneath the keel. I'm trying to explain here that when I cranked it up, I raised it all but an inch. From the bottom, so it wasn't too bad. What I'm going to do here is go back underwater. I've got my putty knife this time, and I'm going to scrape the keel, swing keel itself, and clean that surface off because it's a little rough.
shout out to Unexo in Bahamas. I'll be visiting you guys come October, but so yeah, I mean, I got it up and down. Not what I wanted. I was hoping it would just drop down freely. I see it's a delamination between the fiberglass and the iron keel that's underneath there. So scraping it definitely, or scraping the keel, swing keel itself, definitely helped it go up and down a lot easier. It was just catching on there. I don't know what I'm going to do with that delamination. I mean, it might be it's going to have to be a winter project where you just take and slather some resin up there and then a block of wood or something to wedge it and let it, you know, glue or something. I don't know. Or just sell the boat as is and let the owner know, hey, it goes up and down, but you're going to have to go underneath there and do it. So, and it is just easy. I just grabbed a hold of it and just pushed it on down. So at least that's today's project done, one and done. And I think I might do a little sailing today. It's definitely windy out here. It's got a nice breeze, steady breeze. Not too many boats out, so I might just do that for the rest of the day and go from there. Alright, take care everybody.